this one idea explains why your audience leans in. So I want to share it with you. And I have open, this is something I share with people who get the Ideal Client HD report, the guide. This is the part that helps them to be able to get into action really quickly without reading, a 100-page report. And my whole goal is with this is that we can move into action as quickly as we can to see some results. And then you can use the rest of it to keep returning back to as a self-help guide or a self-coaching guide. And by the way, I think self-coaching is really the future of everything. So I want to cut down to this part that I include in here is understanding attraction in your business. And it's based off of not just my work. It's based off of a lot of other work that, when you look at how things come together, I've seen very similar lessons in a variety of books or other like manifesting work, some, other things, just general attraction. And so why would our content be any different, right? So here we go. Understanding attraction in your business. There's two distinct phases to how people connect with you and your work. And the first one is opposites attract. Second one is like attracts like, or sometimes I use sameness connects. So let's start off with the very first one. And this is the first point of contact. Think of it as your touch point. The first thing, they read your post. Someone notices something in you that they feel is missing or underdeveloped in themselves. They don't need to name it directly for them to feel it. So, you think about like sometimes when you're around a person, you're just like, I just love being around them. I feel more at ease around them. Like there's something about them that you really like. And the opposite is true. Sometimes you're around people and you're just like, I just really, I don't want to be in here, or you walk into a room and you're like, I can feel the stress. I have had that so many times and you don't know who's responsible for it, but you just feel the tension and you're just like, I don't want to be here. And so you want to move away, right? You want to get out. You look for excuses like, what can I do to get out of this place? Do I have to really be here? But when something feels really good, you don't want to leave, right? You want more of it. And so there's no words. Maybe nobody said anything. You may not even be able to pinpoint exactly what it was that made you want to stay or what makes you not want to be there. And so when they're attracted to you, they're drawn to what you do that they don't yet, what you have that they want, what you've developed that they haven't yet explored or fully owned. Now, in human design, the way that I describe this is through your centers and what's defined and what's undefined. And that's where we go. So like if I come down here should be in here. So we have all the centers here, right? So if it has a color to it, it's defined, meaning you broadcast it out and it's natural and it's easy for you. You have it. You already have it. Now, there is a caveat in there. We are all conditioned. So sometimes we have it, but through life we were conditioned and now we feel like we don't have it. I've had a few of those. But you still have that access to it. Then there's ones that have no color, and those are undefined. So I have mine right here. This is mine. I have two centers that have no color in them, meaning they are undefined. So this is not the opposites attract. Hey, I'm looking for anybody who has a defined willpower center. And this is just, the report I'm doing is just working from the centers. There's actually even other deeper layers that we could go into in what we're looking for. For example, for me, in my human design, my throat center does not connect to my solar plexus center. And in this area, these channels right here, this area right here is the things I'm always looking for. This is the thing that I don't have that I want to be able to connect these two channels together. So even though I don't have a lot of undefined centers, I have a lot of undefined areas in my chart. But we're going to focus just on the centers because that's the first, that is an easy place to start off with for content. And that's what this report is designed to do, is to help you with content, the things you put on social media, those first touch points, right? So let's go back up here to the beginning of where we're talking about. And the thing is, those things that you don't have that you wish you did, it's unconscious. And it's experienced that way. And it's almost like we kind of even forget that we don't have them because we kind of given up on them to some degree. But then somebody will say something and you'll be like, oh yeah, are you talking to me? I think that's something that yeah, I think I need that. That is the thing. I didn't even realize that's what was happening. And that's what's happened with me in that area that I told you that I've always been searching for, that undefined area. Or I have my heart center is undefined, and values, and understanding what the values are to be able to build something greater. As soon as somebody talks about that, I perk up like, yeah, you're right. That's the thing I don't have. It's like I'm not even consciously aware that I don't have it. So when somebody mentions it, excuse me, my body literally raises, or I look up, or it's like there's this perkiness that ends up happening. Or sometimes what ends up happening is like, ooh, yeah, that's the thing that I'm not good at. Sometimes I have the opposite, but I have a reaction. So your frequency is already working in the background, 100%, right? It speaks before your words do. It creates a sense of, I want to get closer to that. It's why someone might stop scrolling or pay attention without knowing why. So I think of it as color theory. I did this color theory class with kids last year. So much fun because we did all these experiments to learn about different things on color. And I think the one that they enjoyed the most, and the one I enjoyed it as well, is we looked at colors in all different kinds of environments, whether that was changing the kind of lighting or adding fog or rain. We did a whole bunch of different things. And red is the color that you can always see. It's the first color you always see. It doesn't always look red when you see it, but it's the first color that you notice. I mean, that's why we have stoplights that are red, and, stop signs that are red, exit signs that are red. There's a reason for that, right? Because it's a color that you see. So you get noticed first. So that's why it's called the red frequency. And then once you get their attention, so they've read your post, well now, okay, you've got my attention. Do you have what I want? And that's where it switches. It's no longer the opposite. Now I'm looking for the things you have that I recognize, that I cherish, that I want, that I know I need. And they can be things that maybe you're not even completely in your offer, but they're about you as an individual. So when someone steps into your world, reads your post, watches the video, joins your email list, something shifts. Now they start to recognize what you share in common. They stay for shared values. Me too. Giving back is more important to me. Like whatever that shared value happens to be. It might be, family. Oh, family time is more important than work time. Whatever those things are. Shared lifestyle details. She gets my kids' schedule chaos, shared quirks around humor, that's my kind of weird sort of thing. And this is where resonance builds trust. They begin to think, she understands me. She's been where I am. This feels like someone I want to learn from or work with. And so ultimately, we start off with this opposites attracts, but then we get into sameness connects. And the opposites attract. This is the red frequency. This is the thing that perks people up so that they can move into your world and actually want to be there. So it's sometimes when we overload them with our sameness, and we really power drive that home, that what ends up happening is it's overwhelming. It's a lot to hold. And then we lose them because it didn't provide an easy step into your world. And so that's what I'm doing here with the red frequency. And I just wanted to be able to share with you what this is all about. And if you're, interested, you can leave a comment or come over on LinkedIn. If you're on LinkedIn, I'm post Monday through Friday, connect with me. Send me a DM if you like.